Hey guys, so I'm going to quickly show you how to get started with Wizer and some tips and tricks on how to use it. And it's just a really neat way to create smart worksheets that kind of take your current assessments or maybe paper worksheets that you use to another level by adding different things that you can't necessarily do with paper and pencil. Also, maybe just a way to bring your classroom paperless or to find things that other teachers have created so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Um, Many different cool ways to use it. I've really liked it. To get started, all you have to do is click up in this top right hand corner, join if you've never used it before. All you have to do is say that you're a teacher. And because our school emails are already linked through Google, all you have to do is you can sign up through Microsoft, or you could also click sign up with Google, which is what I typically do. Um, you click your school email, and you may have to put in your password if it's your first time using it. Just takes me straight there. So these are worksheets that I've either found and made them kind of my own, or things that I've created from scratch. What's nice is they're all here for me, so I never have to, I will have them every year. I could always tweak them, make a copy and tweak it for a different class. In order to create a new one, just click on that plus button. What's really cool is you can design it to whatever background you want, colors, fonts, everything's over here. Maybe make your font a little more readable. Some of the fonts I don't like too much. And then what's really neat are all the options you have for adding questions: open-ended, multiple choice or true false, fill in the blanks. Fill in the image is a really cool one because you could upload like a picture or a map and put dots anywhere you want on it. And then students have to then click on the dot and enter in the what it is. I'll show you an example. Matching, tables, sorting's a really cool one. Draw it out, where maybe they have to draw out the answer to a question or show their work on a math example. Enter in text, a picture, a video, a link, embed your own video, maybe something you've already created on a different website, or just make it into a discussion board. So possibilities are pretty endless. Let me show you, for the sake of time, an example of a worksheet that I've already created. So let's go to my freshman final. Please keep in mind that I teach self-contained. And we were working a lot on food and nutrition and cooking. And so what's cool is you can record your voice to questions. So especially like I have a lot of students that really struggle with reading. So they don't even have to read the text. They can just listen to my voice, ask them the question. Like, what does this picture represent? What is it showing? Is it showing something being melted, toasted, fry, bake? This is also a neat option, recording your voice, for students who need their test read to them. So that way it turns it into more of a self-paced test rather than them having to stay on the same question that you're on. I know sometimes tests, when they're being read, can take a really long time because you want to make sure that everyone's on the same question at the same time. So this is a little more student paced if they have the ability to listen to a question or re-listen to a question if they didn't understand it the first time. Matching questions, they had to match the abbreviation to the word. This is neat where you can upload a picture. So I uploaded a picture of a recipe. And then down here, they had to figure out, well, how much they had to refer to the recipe to answer how much of each ingredient they needed. I really, really like the groups where you can create categories and students have to click on. These actually show up when it's student up here. And then when they click on it, it will say, what is it? Healthy or unhealthy, or whatever your categories may be. So I really like the option of inserting in your own pictures and then having students answer questions based on that picture. This is what I mean by uploading a picture and then having them put in the answer. So it could be something like this, or like I've done it before where I've shown a picture of a map and then I say, on this dot, does this represent a park, a lake, a restaurant, a store? For this one, it was like, what's the serving size? And these are already the answers, but where the students had to find how many grams of sugar is in a drink and then find the answer. So pretty cool. Another matching, lots of multiple choice. So very, very cool. I'll show you what it looks like to a student. Once you're done creating your test, you just click Assign to Students. What I typically do is one of two things. You can either use this button and copy and paste this link and put it into Schoology and have students access the worksheet through Schoology, or just have the pin and then maybe write this pin number up on the board somewhere and have the students go to Wizer, and then it'll ask them to join through a pin number. And then all they have to do is enter in that. So very, very easy. Then once students are done and they've finished your worksheet, you can click on Answers up here, and all of the answers will start popping up here based on the bad thing is a lot of times, like, I don't know why for the student it actually says his names, but for the most part, it's going to pop up their school email address. So that's the one bad thing, is it doesn't show up their name. It shows up their ID number. So it might just be helpful for you to have your students' ID numbers and names off to the side. But it shows their score because it grades it for you. If you have an open-ended question, you can go in and change the scores or reward points if you think, I'm going to give it to them. Or you can make comments on each question like, hey, nice try. I see that you're on the right track, but this is what I would like to see you do in the future. So that way students are getting that specific feedback from you that you maybe can't do necessarily just on a basic worksheet. It even tells you how much time they spent on the worksheet, when it was completed. You could download a report and it'll show you a report for this specific student, or I could download the report for every student that finished this particular worksheet. So really cool way to then keep that data for yourself, and then show, maybe that shows student growth if you give them the same pre-test as you do post-test. Very, very cool options. Last thing I want to quickly show you is the ability, yes, you can create your own worksheets, but you can also go up here to the top where it says Explore and look through tons and tons of worksheets that teachers have already created. So you're not reinventing the wheel. You can change them up any way you want. All the categories and subject areas are over here on the left-hand side, from tons of math and English, body systems, science, chemistry, fractions, Spanish. Very, very, very cool. And lots to choose from. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on this very, very first one I see about cell theory. So if I go through and I see, oh, this is really cool, these are things that we're talking about, and maybe you like this, or you think that you could just use it as a cool option for you, but maybe you want to switch it up a little bit, all you have to do is copy it. It will go into your own worksheets, and then you can edit it any way you want. You could change it. You could add your own questions. Very, very cool. So, but I'm not having to start from the beginning. I'm running out of time. Hope this helps, and thanks for watching.